How are you when things aren't going your way? How are you when you don't get that job? When things don't happen the way you want, pan out the way you wanted them to? Um, this is a question that I ask because we are so quick to try and push down our emotions. We're so quick to not try and be upset. And I feel like that does nobody any good in the end because those emotions are there for a reason. They are there to help you process and to really and truly give you a better perspective on where you are in your process. I don't know where or when, as a society, we began to push down our emotions. We are so quick to, yeah, I just got dumped from my job, but I don't even care because I'm just going to get a new job and it'll be good. And yeah, that's a good mentality to have. But if you're genuinely upset about something and you're just pushing it off, or life isn't going that well for you, you keep getting knocked down and you just keep getting up and you're not feeling the sad or the frustration or the upset, that doesn't do you any good. And let me tell you why. Imagine your emotions as a little box internally, right? Imagine a little box and you keep putting things in it. Boom, this happened, this happened, this happened. And you're acting like you're okay. That box is overflowing, gang. That box is overflowing. And you may reach your goals. You quite honestly probably will reach your goals. But at the end of the day, lights off, all cameras off, doors closed, you are still silently dealing with those emotions and you're making it worse by not feeling them. It is okay to not be okay. And let me tell you why. It's okay to not be okay because that helps you process things. It's okay to shed a tear. It's okay to, feel down and out. I don't know why we are so conditioned to push our emotions down and not feel things, because I honestly feel better after I'm done talking to somebody about where I'm at. I feel better after, you get done being upset and crying. As a man, I can't speak for women. I know for a fact all men are just bad things happen and we're just like, I'm cool, I'm chilling. But deep down, we know we're upset. Gang, you can be upset. You don't have to put on this front that you're just this rock hard dude who doesn't ever have any bad days and I'm happy and I'm chilling. That is the main reason why a lot of you guys are upset, and you're not happy. Feel the emotion. Feel the upset. Be frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Go on a run. Do anything you got to do, but you do not need to suppress your emotions, bro. And I've done that for a long time in my life, and I honestly feel like life got a lot better when I started feeling those emotions. You know what I'm saying? When I got done crying, I felt like I could achieve more after I let go of those things and just felt them for 30 minutes. I'm not saying you got to be sad all the time, bro. You don't have to be sad all the time. But you are okay with being upset. You got to be okay with being upset. You don't need to put on a front, talk to a friend, talk to God if that's what you want to do. But you have got to be okay with not being okay. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're human. Life has seasons where things feel heavy. You're not always going to have, the best times in the world, and that's okay. That's normal, bro. That's normal. That's life. You got to be able to realize that as a human, we are going to have times where things aren't okay. It's just a part of life. Emotions are like signals, gang. Like the best way I can put it, emotions are like signals. Sadness, you feel me? Frustration, grief. That tells you something. That tells you that something needs attention and you need to nurture that side of you. Because if you didn't have that growing up and you didn't have that part of you or that family member or the parents to nurture you and be like, hey, like you're good. Like it's okay. That is your body's telling you that, hey, this needs attention. Can you feel me? Like nurture it a little bit. You feel me? Shed a couple tears, cry, do what you got to do. But it's not unmanly or whatever to feel sad, to cry. I used to be a person that didn't cry at all. And when I did cry, it was this ugly thing because I'm letting out months upon years of emotions. And I honestly feel like life got a lot better when I started feeling those things. And also, I want you to know that healing is not linear. You can feel great one day and turn right around and feel just as bad the next day. But you have to know that a step in the right direction can even be having a bad day. And the quicker you realize this, the better off you will be, and the more you will be in touch with yourself. And it sounds like I'm rambling right now, but there's days where I feel great, and there's days where I'm like, I'm not doing too high, and I deal with it. I'm not saying I deal with it in like I just deal with it, but it's more so like hey, like Dino, like, you feel me? Like, you're not doing too good right now. Like, things aren't going too well for you right now, and that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. And that's the message today is it's okay to not be okay. Pretending you're fine usually makes things harder. And I don't know why we do this as a community as a society. I just think that society has made us into believing that, pretending makes things better. But like I said, when I go back to that box, pretending, all that does is you're putting on a front and you're putting on a face that's not actually who you are. I'm not saying you got to go tell the world that you're depressed. I'm not saying that you got to go tell, you feel me, all your buddies that, hey, I'm sad right now. Can y'all help me out? Talk to yourself about it. Because at the end of the day, you have to deal with you. You got to make your bed and lie in it. So the quicker you realize and talk to yourself and be like, hey man, I'm not feeling too good today, the better off you'll be. You feel me? Shed a couple tears, keep it going, bro. And I want you to know, I put in my notes here, that your worth does not depend on your mood or productivity. You're not less than anyone because you're struggling. Everybody struggles, bro. It's a part of life. It's a part of just being human. But just because you have bad days does not mean that you're less than the person that you want to be. You're still you at the end of the day. You just have emotions. You compare yourself to everybody on Instagram, everybody on TikTok, whatever it is that you see, YouTube, and you're like, well, they don't ever have any bad days. But you got to realize, gang, that is a highlight reel. Social media is a highlight reel. You are not less than the person you look up to, and you shouldn't be looking up to anybody. If you're a Christian, you shouldn't be looking up to anybody. But I digress. You're not less than anybody because you feel your emotions. You're actually probably better off because you feel your emotions and you're okay with being in touch with your emotions. You're better off by doing that. And I can firsthand attest to this because for the longest time, I was such a, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Like, I don't need no help from nobody. Like, I don't care that I'm sad. I just got dumped, but I don't even care, bro. And that didn't do anything for me but make life harder because I reached goals, but I still dealt with what I was dealing with because I pushed it off. Don't let that box overflow, bro. You feel me? Dig into it every now and then and just be upset, bro. Sometimes you just got to cry. You feel better after you cry. I'm not kidding. As a man, it feels weird to say that, but it genuinely is the truth. Sometimes you have to cry. And crying is human. Crying is nurturing that side of you. That's like, hey, I need a little bit of attention. And when you push it off, your body starts to push it out in ways. You know, you may lash out to somebody that you don't want to lash out at. You may, you feel me, crash out on somebody in public and then look back and be like, yo, I didn't even need to crash out on that person. Like, I genuinely was just like upset about something. And when you push things away, they always come back and it's worse. And when you push things down like that and you keep doing that, you realize that you're hurting people around you because you're lashing out. You're doing things that it's not normally you. Like, you know who you are at the core. You know who you are at the core. But when you are pushing your emotions down, you're pushing those sadness things down, you're pushing the frustration down, it makes you a bitter person. And I'm not joking. Every person that is a bully, every person that's done you wrong, usually has something that they're not dealing with, and it makes them who they are. I promise you, there are a lot of actual bad people in the world just because they're bad, but there are people who bully people because they're not happy with something in their life and they're not dealing with it. The faster you realize that you are human, you're going to feel emotions, and that it's okay to not be okay, the better off you will be. And I promise you, those things need to be touched. Those things need to be felt, and those things need to be touched on. Sounds crazy, but you got to you got to tap into those emotions, not tap. You got to tap into those emotions every now and then, whether it's by yourself, whether it's when you're journaling, whether it's when you're reading your Bible. You got to realize, bro, that it is okay to feel the bad emotions, because we're so quick to be happy when things are going well. We're so quick to be, oh yeah, I'm good. Like, things are coming good. Like, money's coming in. You feel me? I got the girl. But what really matters, and is what's more important and what's going to make you a better person, is when you can tap into your emotions and be upset sometimes. And let me tell you, bro, as a person who has had a girlfriend for 3 years, something that I have heard from my girlfriend and all of her friends is that it's more attractive when a man is in touch with his emotions and is okay with crying and is okay with needing a hug. And not that, like, you have to do this for girls, like, do it for you, but just, look, get a little brownie points when you're in touch with your emotions, when you can tell your girl, hey, babe, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling good today. You know, I'm upset. I'm upset. And at the end of the day, bro, it's okay to not be okay, but you have to know that you're human. The emotions, you're going to feel them. Don't push them down. Don't make that box overflow. You feel me? If something happens and you're in a moment where, like, I can't feel this emotion right now, it's okay. But you got to revisit it at some point. You got to revisit it at some point, because if you don't, it's going to fester and you're going to start doing things that's not like you. And you're going to be like, what am I doing? Who am I? And you're going to become lost in the bigger picture. You're going to be lost because you're like, bro, why am I being mean to people I don't mean to be mean to? That was a crazy little mean to be mean to. But that's how it works, bro. Because if you're not feeling those emotions, they're going to come out in other ways. And that's why you have to be okay with not being okay. We spend so much of our life, digging for my notes here, we spend so much of our lives trying to convince everyone that we're okay. You feel me? We're smiling. We're cutting up. We're the happiest person in the room. But the truth and the matter of the fact is that sometimes we are not okay. And that's okay, bro. Not because pain is good, not because pain is like anything else, but because pretending it isn't there doesn't make it disappear. And being honest with yourself isn't a weakness. It's the beginning of the healing. It's the beginning of healing. You don't have to have everything figured out. And to conclude the video, to wrap this all up, I wrote this in my notes this morning, and because I'm very in touch with my emotions. Let me tell you something. I don't care. Somebody can judge me for being whatever. I don't care. I wrote this in my notes this morning. I said, you don't have to win every day. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to smile when you're hurting, and it's okay to not be okay, because this is just a chapter of your life. It's not the whole story. As long as you're still here, you can live to see another day, and there's another page to write in the game. Just because you have a bad day, it's not a bad life. Just because you have a bad week, it's not a bad month. The beauty of life is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you live to see another day. So today, if you're not feeling that great, tomorrow can be better. Sit in not being okay today and move on. Learn from it. Be okay with it. And I promise you, things will get better. There's parents out there who are exhausted. There's students overwhelmed by their expectations of their parents. There is people who are trying to break generational curses, and that weight falls on your shoulders. So it's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to be upset. You don't have to feel them all the time, but you have to feel them at some time. You feel what I'm saying? Do the things that you need to do in order to heal. Do the things that you have to do, because that way when you do achieve your goals, you'll feel a lot better. You can really enjoy it. And ultimately, you have to remind yourself that you're human, bro. You're literally human, okay? I love y'all. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Be sure to drop me a like, subscribe. I'm going to start posting on here more frequently when I get more time, but it's okay to not be okay.